Mm-hmm. everyone. Hello, and welcome to the 68th day of our 21 days series. So amazing. We've been able to be together for so many days and such a blessing. As you know, this series now is called Deepening the Silence Within. And today in particular, we are going to work on not reacting. It's kind of the other side, or a different depth, perhaps, or a different glance at the whole idea of the witnessing power which is within us. Also, we have a little announcement at the end today of our meditation, and we'll spend a little bit of time with that with our Kanajahari seminar team in Kanajahari, upstate New York. So it will be a seminar announcement, and you'll get lots more information after the program ends. So I want you to be aware of it and hang on for more info. Also, let's meet our co-hosts tonight, Sujata and Anand. Sujata and Anand, would you like to introduce yourselves? Tell people a little bit about you.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Anand.
Hello, my name is Sujata.
And so we are from the San Francisco Bay Area. We are really glad to be here, to be part of today's session. And we are glad that, all of you have taken the time to come here and meditate with us. So we will be guiding the music and meditation part of the session this evening, which will come later. So we hope to see you all again.
We're looking forward to it so much, Sujata and Anand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I guess I'm sorry I omitted introducing myself. My name is Sylvia, and I live in Florida and then sometimes in Virginia. I've been meditating since 2001, and it's absolutely changed my life for the better. And one of the reasons is because I actually learned how to stop reacting. Of course, we are all a work in progress, and I'm still learning about this power of non-reacting. And I know that you all can learn it as well and use it in your spiritual path. So let's begin by raising our Kundalini, and then we'll get into a discussion about not reacting, which is a discussion I just can't wait to share with you. So first, let's begin to bring our attention inside. We can bring our two hands together, bow our heads gently. I greet my spirit, and I greet my Mother Kundalini, who connects me with my spirit. And then, as we know how to do, one hand around the other, and we raise the Kundalini energy 3 times for our 3 energy channels. Our right hand goes around the left, which is our hand of desire, represents our desire channel on the left. And the right hand goes around, which represents our action channel, our right channel. And we tie 3 knots. Now we're going to take the bandhan, right hand over the left. The left is on the lap. Come up the left side over the top of the head, down on the right. Up the right, over the top of the head, down on the left. And we'll repeat 6 more times. To smooth out the energy fields, which are different for our different 7 chakras. And again, namaste to our own spirit. I want to please mention also that if you are brand new to our program and have never come before, please mention in the chat, and we will assign you to a breakout room with an experienced meditator who can bring you up to speed, show you the basic steps for your introduction, which is very important. So please do take advantage of that and put that in the chat. So before we put our feet in the water, I just want to speak to you a little bit about not reacting. So we've all been in situations where perhaps we've overreacted or we've underreacted. But really today, I'm going to talk about a little bit more subtle power, where you can't really maybe say it's over or underreacting, but simply reacting. So maybe we've all been in a situation where we're driving down the highway and we see an accident, and maybe we even know it's an accident long before we get there because everyone has slowed down and they're all turning their attention to that accident. Well, we know in Sahaja Yoga that our attention is precious. And in fact, once our subtle system is awakened, we're much more sensitive. And maybe we didn't know it before, but now with our subtle system more awakened, our sensitivity is greater. And that's a great way to attract a lot of negativity, is to be looking at a negative situation and absorbing it. And what is that from? It's from, oh, I have to see, I'm going to react. I have to see, what is that? Everybody reacting like that creates a chain reaction, and the traffic slows down, which is actually a more dangerous situation for everyone. And what do we gain from it? We may not really gain much knowledge, but we see something that's not good for us, and we've attracted that negative situation into our own attention for a few moments. So that's a pretty common experience where we can save our attention by not reacting. If we see that there's an accident, we can just subtly give it a bandhan, or maybe just send a little prayer of love and compassion that way. But we don't have to hold ourselves up with reacting. Because actually, as we can see, even from that example, reacting takes away our energy. It makes us, it actually robs us of our energy. I want to share another little aspect about not reacting. In this program, a lot of times we've shared a lot of stories, and these stories, I think they bring us a little closer because we can all relate to stories, maybe a little easier than we can relate to kind of being lectured to, although that has its great advantages. And tonight we'll listen to a wonderful lecture excerpt from Shri Mataji about the power of the witness. But coming back to sort of the flip side of that, which is not reacting, I'd like to share another story. Again, this is subtle, and it has to do with our attention inside. So just a quick, I'll try to make it quick. Years ago, when I was working, I had a new boss. And this boss was, I thought, very dynamic, a very good leader. But she had a very aggressive, assertive, overly assertive style of communication. And it took me a while to get used to it. When she would call you in her office, her voice would boom out over the entire office. And in the beginning, it really would kind of strike into my center heart, which I know is the center of security, feeling insecure or a little bit attacked. So I would work on my center heart a little bit, and so that would help. And that's something that we should do. But what was really the battlefield for me was not so much my center heart, because I knew that was just a little thing that I could clear with my attention or with a bandhan by recognizing that it's going right there. What I had to work on was not reacting. So this particular person, her style was to ask very direct, bombarding kind of questions. And I felt immediately that it was an attack on me, that I had to justify every answer that I was giving rather than just giving an answer. And so gradually I learned over time, even though I would sit in her office going through this process, I finally learned that at the end of the conversation, all she really wanted was the answer to those questions. And many, many times she would say, oh, great, okay. And she'd sit back after she got the answers and be able to wrap up the meeting with some conclusions or some next steps, actions to take. So I would walk away, and speaking of robbing your energy, and feel exhausted. And also I felt that I had worked way too hard and I had lost my own attention because I had been giving it over to reacting to something that I thought was there. But in the end, all she wanted were the answers rather than all my justifications to what I thought were what she was saying. So it would take me maybe a day to recover from one of those kinds of situations. So then I took myself up to task and said, you know, you need to watch your own energy, maintain your dignity, not react, and spoil your energy. So I gave myself this pep talk. It wasn't easy. The next time she called my name booming across the office, it went to my center heart, but I was just telling myself, don't react, don't react. So walked into her office, sat down, and here comes the bombarding of questions. And instead, this time, I'm just telling myself, don't react, just answer the questions, just answer the questions. So it was just a total concentration. I was trying to keep my attention up here, of course, total attention on those questions rather than my own reaction. At the end of the conversation, through just saying to myself, don't react, don't react, don't react. Again, after my boss got her answers, she sat back very satisfied, and the conversation took about 20 minutes less time. My energy was still intact, and I was able to share more compassion and joy. I was just as happy as she was that she got the answers and she could take the next steps. So not reacting gave me so much insight, gave me back my energy and my dignity, where I didn't feel like I had lost my attention inside. And also it gave me a much deeper knowledge, not only of this person, but of another way to react, to respond, to communicate in life. So I was able to get to a little subtler level, which is really our innate quality, more subtlety. So the end result of this high pressure campaign on myself to not react, not react, not react, was a really positive relationship with this lady. And the fruits of that were that in the end, she said yes when I asked her if I could use the conference room once a week to initiate meditations for the office. I have to admit, I was hoping that she would come. She didn't, but she allowed everyone else to come. So that situation of feeling inside a little bit of an attack, but by becoming the master, by saying, no, 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 I'm not going to react, and just feeding myself that positive message throughout the whole thing, allowed the knowledge of the situation to become clear, my dignity to remain, and my energy to remain intact. So I'm sure you've all had many more situations that are much more deep and interesting and of course personal to you that you could relate. And I hope that you'll, after this little conversation, which is sort of one way, but still, that you'll feel that you also have that power to stop your reactions and get into your witness power. But it starts with stopping reactions. So I'm just going to tell you one more really great story. And this is about my granddaughter. And the other day, she decided she was going to throw a tantrum. So she's almost 2. And this is what they do. They test their boundaries. And it was so interesting. At first, her mother and I both kind of moved physically to react to whatever it was, soothe her down or give her what she wanted. And then somehow we both stopped and just watched. And I was kind of just looking at her like, what are you getting out of this situation? And as we both watched her, the most interesting thing happened. Just through not reacting, that space was created that allowed her to work it out herself. When she could see that we weren't reacting, she gave it up. She got back her joy. She didn't waste her energy. She didn't lose her childlike dignity, which is so beautiful and precious. And she was able to go back to her innate joy. So by not reacting, we also give others a space to work out whatever they're going through themselves. So it's a divine quality. And let's get into our foot soak now so that we can more deeply enjoy it, clear out our subtle system, and just experience our own witness state a little better. Because the end of the witness state of not reacting, the end achievement is thoughtless awareness. And that's where we really get our power. So with that, let's vibrate our foot soak water. I hope you all are remembering the mantra, Samudra Devata, asking for the divinity to be awakened in the water, the energy of clearing, the ocean's quality, the quality of the ocean. Our left hand is open and we're giving a bandhan clockwise to the foot soak water. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Samudra Devata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And let's just hold our right hand there over the water and see if we feel some vibrations, some cool breeze coming from the water. Good. Now let's put our feet in the water. We already raised our Kundalini energy. So let's just sit back now for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. We can keep our eyes open regarding Shri Mataji's photograph. And begin to bring our attention inside. let's relax the lower abdomen and the chest and the shoulders while taking a few deep breaths. We'll hold for a moment and then let it out. And keep it out a moment. And then bring the breath back in. Expand inside with the breath. Feel the expansion. And let it become nothingness. You can breathe out and feel the emptiness. Let's repeat this at our own pace a few more times. And when we're ready, let's take both of our hands down towards the Mother Earth. Here we have the water element and the earth element. Let's request, O Mother Earth, please remove any obstacles in my subtle system to my peace, to my joy, to my silence. In this position, let's take the mantra for Shri Ganesha. Shri Ganesha represents the innocence within us and the wisdom. The more innocent and the more wise we are, the less we are prone to reacting, because that innocence and that wisdom shows us the truth of a situation, and that not reacting keeps our power. Mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's bring the left hand on the lap, keeping the right hand down. Allow ourselves to just breathe and feel the energy receiving on the left hand and the clearing of the left channel out through the right hand. Oh, Mother Energy, please remove any negative emotions, any excess emotions, and please, and any impure desires that are against our growth, our spiritual growth. And please let our left channel be cleared. And let's witness our two hands. When they're about the same temperature, we can bring the right hand back on the lap. Now let's clear the right channel. We'll bend the left elbow, keeping the right hand open. Oh, Mother Energy, please clear any obstacles on my right channel. Please clear out any excess thoughts, any thoughts or pressures of thoughts at all. Please let my attention be cooled down, completely still and relaxed in the present moment. Let's bring the left hand down when we're ready. Now let's bring our right hand on our nabi, which is the energy center in the center of our abdomen, just under the navel. Mother Energy, by your grace, I am a satisfied, contented person. I am so satisfied within myself that I find no need to react, but I enjoy witnessing situations. Now bring the hand in front of the sacrum bone at the base of the spine, but in front of the body. And let's just raise the right hand up before we end our foot soak. And at the same time, we'll take the Om, helping our inner energy to expand and rise up to the top of our head so that we can enjoy more fully our thoughtless awareness. So now with our hand at the base of the spine, we'll take the Om. Let's do this 3 times. Breath. Om. Again. Om. And last time, Om. Om. Let's keep our attention up here. Oh, Mother Energy, please let my attention rise above all the thoughts. Very good. Now, let's rinse our feet off. And keeping our attention up here the whole time, we'll rinse our feet, then we'll give a bandhan to the foot soak water, push it aside, and with our attention above our head, we can better absorb Shri Mataji's talk, where she gives us so much pure knowledge about the witness state and thoughtless awareness. Enjoy. But first we'll rinse our feet and push the water aside. So we just take a few minutes for that.
The mind about which we speak and depend upon is a myth. There's nothing like mind. Brain is reality, not the mind. Mind is created by us reacting to outside. Either we react to conditionings or to our ego. Thus this mind is created like bubbles on the ocean of reality. But that's not reality. With this mind, whatever we decide, we know is very limited, elusive, and sometimes shocking. The mind always moves in a linear direction. And because there's no reality in it, it recoils and boomerangs. Thus, all the enterprises, all the projections so far we have done, it seems come back to us. Whatever they discover comes back to us as a big destructive power or a very big shock. So one has to decide what to do, how to be out of this trap of our mind. Kundalini is the solution. When she is awake, she takes you. With that awakening, she takes you beyond your mind. The first thing is to go beyond your mind. With mind, you will do many things. But it will not be satisfying, it will be not a solution, it will not help. And when we start depending too much on our mind, we develop all kinds of physical, mental, emotional problems. Now the latest is the stress. Stress, and the stress has no solution, they say. But in Sahaja Yoga, we find the solution by crossing over this mind. It's like a barrier for our advancement. So, when you get your realization, you must understand that your Kundalini has taken your attention beyond the mind. Now, this reaction to outside has come because we human beings have a prism-like brain, or we can say prism-like skull. And when the energy passes into it, I have explained it in my books, it goes into bifurcations, or you can say refractions, by which our attention goes out and we react. If we react too much, then these bubbles create a very horrible mind which can lead to any kind of thing. It justifies itself, it pampers your ego. The ego and the conditioning that creates this mind start using, and this mind for the purpose of their fulfillment of their all the accumulation of ideas and thoughts which has no backing, which has no reality with it. It's like we make the computer. Ultimately we become slaves of the computer. We make the watches ourselves and then we become slaves of the watches. That's how it dominates human beings. And when a person who has a very strong mind decides to destroy, like Hitler did, with some idea, he can go on destroying, which has a very far-fetched effect on our culture, on our spirituality. Now the first step is to become thoughtlessly aware, where you cross your mind. You go above your mind. Mind cannot affect you. This is the first stage, as we call it, thoughtless awareness. Second one is where you start seeing the working of this Paramachaitanya, of this all-pervading power, and you start becoming aware that there is a lot of truth in what Mataji says, that there is this power which works out many things. It works miraculously so many things for you. It gives you blessings, it guides you, it helps you. In so many ways it helps you. It gives you good health, good wealth, and also a very good society of very beautiful people in the collective. All that you can see clearly is happening here. Now this happening of achieving thoughtless awareness is very simple and easy. But to maintain at that point is difficult. We still react and we think. Anything you see, you react. To get to that point in thoughtless awareness is first to change your attention. Now, for example, once we were climbing a very high mountain to see one temple called Palitana. Myself, my son-in-law, and my daughter. And we were really tired because we had to climb I don't know how many steps. And when we went up, we were tired, and there was a little canopy made of beautiful marble carving. So we just laid down there. They were very tired and they said, what is this kind of a temple? Grudging. While I looked up and I saw lots of beautiful elephants were carved. So I told my son-in-law, look at these elephants. They all have tails of different types. He said, Mommy, they are all dying. How can you see the tails of elephants? But if just to divert their attention from that tiredness, I told them that why not see these tails of the elephant, which is very different. So what happens that when you are putting your attention so much to outside all the time, then you must first of all also divert your attention. For example, you see these beautifully made things here. Your attention is something else. Just try to enjoy the beauty of that. See, there are beautiful carpets. Just look at them without thinking. Because they don't belong to you, so no headache. They belong to somebody else. It's very good. Otherwise, if it belongs to you, you start thinking, oh my God, I've spread them here. What will happen? They have to be insured or some sort of thing like that. That's common human reaction. But if it doesn't belong to you, you can watch it nicely. Now you watch it and don't think. You'll be amazed when you see the beauty that is put inside this. You see the artist who has put his joy, his exuberance into it. And you'll be amazed after realization that this exuberance will fill into you and a cool kind of a relaxation will come into you. And this Kundalini will rise and you will become steady in your thoughtlessness. So whenever you look at anything, look at any beautiful thing, even say today's election, just watch the man who is elected. Watching him itself gives him blessings, gives him better ideas. You get also ideas which are coming from reality, which are there. How to make this man a successful person, or this country a successful democracy. All these things happen when your attention is diverted from criticizing, from reacting. Just you watch, become the witness, try to witness of it. It's not so very yet practiced. So far I've seen that whenever even we get our achieve our realization, we don't realize that we have to witness it. When you start witnessing through your spirit, then you don't see the bad points of another, but you see the good points. You just pick up the person with very good points. See, so once you see that, the witness state enlarges and you start enjoying another person. You start enjoying everything that is there. Even a small blade of grass you can enjoy if you have that capacity. In Japan, Zen system started on these lines. And he made, Viditama was the person who started it. He made a garden out of moss, different moss, very small. There were little flowers also. And hardly about 5 feet of the garden, which looks like a shape of a question mark, you can say. You have to go on a lift and you reach that platform on top of a hill or a mountain where you see this. All little mosses are there and you see differently arranged a beautiful garden. When you start seeing it, your thought stops. Because such a marvelous thing, when you put attention to it, to its creation, your thoughts stop. So you must practice as to find out what stops your thoughts. what makes you the witness. Once you develop this habit, you will station yourself nicely in the thoughtless awareness.
Let's close our eyes now. Let's continue to keep our attention on our sahasraras, and let's absorb Shri Mataji's messages about being the witness, about not reacting. Let's meditate on Shri Mataji's messages for a minute or two. In the guided meditation part, we'll start with the composition in Rag Kamaj. Before we get into it, just a quick note. As you may all know, music is an integral part of Sahaj Yoga meditation. Music has the power to cleanse our energy centers, remove all the blockages. And so it's a very important part of Sahaj Yoga meditation. Each and every energy center in our subtle system has raga, as we call it, associated with it. So when we sing or perform in that raga for a particular energy center, it has the power to cleanse and remove the blockages in that center. So today we'll start with a bass composition in Rag Kamaj. Sujata will sing that, and then we'll move our attention to a couple of centers and work on them. And as we work on those centers, Sujata will sing the same composition but in a different raga that is associated with that center. And then finally, we will meditate on our Sahasraras, and we'll have a composition while we meditate on the Sahasraras. So first, let's start with the composition set to Rag Kamaj, and let's keep our attention inwards and let's continue to meditate.
आज श्याम मोहलीनो आज श्याम मोहलीनो बांसुरी बजाए के आज श्याम मोहलीनो बांसुरी बजाए के बांसुरी बजाए कान्हा मुरली सुनाय के बांसुरी बजाए कान्हा मुरली सुनाय के आज श्याम मोहलीनो हर हर सब करत जात हर 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 सब करत जात घागर सिर धरत जात हर हर सब करत जात घागर सिर धरत जात नार नीर भरन चली सुधन रही शरीर की नार नीर भरन चली सुधन रही शरीर की आज श्याम मोहलीनो आज श्याम मोहलीनो बांसुरी बजाए के बांसुरी बजाए कान्हा मुरली सुनाय के आज श्याम मोहलीनो
Now, let's slowly move our attention down to the base of the spine, our Muladhara chakra. Let's place our attention on the Muladhara chakra at the base of our spine. Let's say a small prayer to Shri Ganesha. Shri Ganesha, I am going to be worthy of your attention. Please make me innocent so that I can always be in your attention. Mother Kundalini, please establish wisdom and the power of discrimination within me. Let's place our attention on the Muladhara Chakra and meditate.
हर हर सब करत जात हर 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 सब करत जात हर 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 सब करत जात
Let's now slowly move our attention along the central channel, along our spine, all the way up to the Agya Chakra. The Agya Chakra is the gate to the Sahasrara, and it gets constricted and blocked by the institutions of ego and superego. And the key to opening up the center, clearing the center, is forgiveness and humility. Let's place our right hand, our palm, on her forehead. Rest our forehead on our palm, slightly bend downwards. And let's, with all sincerity, forgive. Mother, I forgive. Mother, I forgive my thoughts. I forgive my reactions. Let's bring our right hand back on our laps. Let's also request Mother Kundalini to establish humility within us. Mother, please establish humility within me. Let me be a humble person.
Shama, 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 Mohalino, Mohalino, Shama. Dhani sa gamadhani dha gamadhani madhani mani ni dha madhani mani dha gama gari sa ni sa dhani madhani dhani sa gama ni gama dhani sa ni sa ni dha ni dha ma ga ma gari sa Shama, Shama, Aaj Shama Mohalino, Shama Mohalino. Come back to Khamaj. Aaj Sham Mohalino, Aaj Sham Mohalino, Bansuri bajaye ke. Aaj Sham Mohalino, Bansuri bajaye ke. बांसुरी बजाए कान्हा मुरली सुनाए के. आज शाम मोहलीनो, आज शाम मोहलीनो, आज शाम मोहलीनो.
Let's now move our attention to the Sahasrara. And let's meditate. This composition is by Sri Adi Shankara. Let's continue to meditate on our Sahasraras.
शिव सदा शिव नमोऽस्तु ते
रत्नैकल्पितमासनं हिमजलैस्नानं च दिव्याम्बरम् रत्नैकल्पितमासनं हिमजलैस्नानं च दिव्याम्बरम् नानारत्नविभूषितं मृगमदामोदं गीतं चन्दनं जातिचम्पकविल्वपत्ररचितं पुष्पं च धूपं तथा दीपं देवदयानिधे पशुपतेः पीतं गृहन्तं सदाशिव 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 नमोऽस्तु ते सदाशिव 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 नमोऽस्तु ते सारे गरे ग प प ध सा ध सा रे सा सा रे सा सा रे सा सवर्ण नवरत्नकण्डरचिते पात्रघृतं पायसं भक्ष्यं पञ्चविधं पविदतियुतं रमाफलं पानकं शाकानामयुतं जलं रुचिकरं कर्पूरकण्डोज्ज्वलं ताम्बूलं मनसा मया विरचितं भक्त्या प्रभो स्वीकुरु सदाशिव 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 नमोऽस्तु ते सदाशिव 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 नमोऽस्तु ते सारे गरे ग प प ध सा ध सा रे सा सा रे सा सा रे सा छत्रं चार्मयोर्युगं व्यजनकं चादर्शकं निर्मलं वीणाभेरि मृदङ्गकाहल कालागीतं च नृत्यं तथा साष्टाङ्गं प्रणतिः स्तुतिर्बहुविधा हेतसमस्तं मया संकल्पेन समर्पितं तव विभो पूजं गृहान् प्रभो सदाशिव 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 नमोऽस्तु ते सग मग मध दसा गसा दसा सा गसा दसा सा गसा दसा सा आत्मा त्वं गिरिजमति सहचर प्राणहं शरीरं गृहं पूजा ते विश्वयोपभोग रचनानेद्रा समाधिस्थितिः संचारपदयो प्रदक्षिणवेदिः स्तोत्राणि सर्वा गिरा यद्यत् कर्म करोमि तद अखिलं शम्भो तवाराधनं सदाशिव 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 नमोऽस्तु ते सग मग मध धसा दसा सा गसा दसा सा गसा दसा सा.
करचरणाकृतं वाकायजं करमजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा विधितं वा सर्वमेथ क्षमस्व जय जय कारुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शम्भो 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 त्वमेव
साक्षात् श्री शिव पार्वती साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. Let's meditate for a few more seconds on the Sahasrara. Let's now close our meditation by giving ourselves a bandhan. So we raise Mother Kundalini and give ourselves a bandhan.
Thank you so much.
Ananda and Sujata. I hope everyone felt as much of a blast of vibrations from their singing as I did. I hope it really took you into that silence. And thank you, Sylvia, for helping us learn how to not react. So our next program will be on Sunday. We do have foot soak tomorrow, Friday. We actually have a special program on Saturday that we'll be putting in our WhatsApp group, a music and meditation program in New York City that we'll share with you at 6 o'clock Eastern. And then on Sunday, we have our workshop day, and the topic will be respect your self-realization. So next, we want to invite you to this beautiful place. This is a place called Kanajahari in upstate New York. And I want to also bring on Nirmal Mukhi with me here. He's one of the coordinators for this very exciting intermediate seminar that we are going to host for you in the beginning of August. Hi, Nirmal.
Hi, Linda. Hi, everyone.
So maybe we'll just go through these few points and then we're going to take you to the website. But this is really, you could say in a way, one of our capstones for this 21-day project. We know not all of you may be able to attend, but we hope so many of you can. It's going to be an amazing weekend for you, all of you at this intermediate level. It's a rustic setting. It's a chance to go deeper, clear out our chakras, share experiences, meet each other in person. How exciting. There is a small registration fee that includes amazing food cooked by Sahaja Yogis right there. The accommodations are very rustic and simple, but wonderful. You can bring a tent or you can stay nearby in a motel or other accommodation. And if you need help with transportation, we want to help you do that. So let's go to the website and we're going to show you, it's got quite a lot of information there about the seminar. Let's see.
As that's coming up. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay.
Go ahead, Nirma.
Oh, yeah, the website tells you a little bit about what to expect over there. What we are trying to do with this seminar is to really help you go deeper, to know yourself, to understand Sahaja Yoga in a deeper way, and to experience collectivity, to get to know each other, to get to know what it means to grow together. The section below talks about the agenda for those 3 days. So we will be arriving on Friday evening, and Saturday is the main full day that we'll have there. And we'll be there Sunday through midday and then departing after lunch. As Linda mentioned, all the meals are kind of part of the weekend. So the focus isn't so much on all of that. Although everything is taken care of for you, it's on your spiritual growth. And the sessions we will conduct on all of the days will really help you with that. We had many people attending the seminar last when we did it pre-COVID in 2019, and it was nothing short of transformational experience for everyone who attended. For us included, that is Sahaja Yogis included, like Linda and myself, we just felt so blessed to be part of that group. And I remember something one of the attendees said at the end, that she never knew any of us before arriving there. But on Sunday, as we were wrapping up, we were talking about how we just felt like this all-encompassing kind of love for everyone who was there, even though we didn't necessarily know them. So it was just a very, very beautiful experience, and it's hard to put into words. Um, there's actually a video with some testimonials that we can play on Sunday that'll give you more of a feel for how the experience actually was for those who were there. But if you scroll further down on the website, there's a registration form right there. It gives you some information, and you can enter your personal details and register right there. If you go through that process, it'll also ask you for the payment, for which you can use a credit card or any PayPal account that you have. So all of that should be hopefully quite straightforward. And like Linda mentioned, it's not so much about the money. It's $50 for the weekend. That's really to just for us to cover the cost of the food, and taking care of everyone who's there. Um, we also ask if you need a ride or help getting there, and we'll be collecting this information and reaching out to you individually if that is the case. So be sure to indicate that if you need help. And then there are some pictures you see below. Like Linda mentioned, it is quite rustic. There's covered shelter, and there's a place for you to lay out a sleeping bag in case you don't bring your tent. We encourage tents because it does help keep people separate, in this time of COVID. But if you're not able to manage that way, you can just get a sleeping bag and sleep in one of these large barns. There are two barns like this, and we'll be allowing accommodation there as well. Um, and yeah, if you scroll below, it's just a spectacularly beautiful place. It's hard to describe how wonderful it is. And we'll be doing, taking advantage of being in Mother Nature, doing outdoor treatments, meditating on Mother Earth, doing a foot soak in the pond. That's part of that area. That picture right there shows the pond. And it's just beautiful and gets you in a different state spiritually, and that's mainly what the weekend is about. There's a lot of information you might like to know about, what to expect when you get there. So you feel free to go through this website in detail, and there's an email address in case you have any questions. But we encourage you to register as soon as you can. It helps us know, and plan for the number of people who are arriving so that we can make the necessary arrangements. And of course, if you need help with transportation, again, it's helpful for you to register early and let us know.
Yeah, so I can put the link to that website in the chat. And I guess at this point, we do want to ask if anyone has questions. I mean, there's time, but it's only a month away. We really couldn't resolve that we were having it sooner, partly because of COVID. We just wanted to make sure it would be safe, and we have had an event there and it was fine. So sorry for the short notice, but I hope so many of you can come. And if you do have questions, we can take them now. Maybe just pause this for a sec. If anyone has any questions, you can type them in the chat, or you can open up your mic and ask. And if you think of other, we'll do it again on Sunday, and through in the next couple of weeks, we'll keep giving some time at the end of the program for any questions about the seminar. So I don't see any questions right now. Okay, all right. Well, so if you think of anything, you can also ask them in our WhatsApp group.
COVID test or not? COVID test for this year.
Yes, that's written in there. We didn't highlight it right now, but yes, everyone needs to take a COVID test just before arriving. Before when you leave from where you're, to come to take a test, and we'll ask to see that positive result when you first come onto the land. That's one of the requirements. Are there any other questions right now?
Possible to stay longer after Sunday or not?
No, it is not.
Okay. Yeah. With the extra payment.
No, it is not.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hope you can make it. And let's go on to some of our usual announcements that if you do want to mentor, let us know. If you don't remember where to find the recordings, you can go to the website where they are all stored. Today, if you do speak Spanish, I believe we have someone for a breakout room in Spanish. And otherwise, if you'd like to meet with a Saj Yogi right now, you're welcome to. Just let us know in the chat. And now we'll put some music back on. And if you want to stay and meditate a little longer, please do. So hope you enjoyed the session tonight, and see you soon.
Thank you very much.